What will you experience at a Knock'em Dead comedy murder mystery show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knock'em Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
Have a great night or what?
The Knock'em Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
That's pretty amazing, and you said it right. Poised for a kid this young.
Hey there, this is Hershey from Hershey and the Geek Show, and it has come to my attention that another show on the Govs radio station is celebrating their 5-year anniversary this week. Rock'em Sock'em Comedy is Knock'em Dead Comedy. Knock'em Dead Comedy is celebrating their 5-year anniversary on Govs Radio. So from the Hershey and the Geek Show, I wanted to offer our sincerest congratulations to Tommy and the entire crew. Tony and the entire crew over at Knock'em Dead Comedy. We know that you guys have given over the years tens and tens of listeners and viewers the greatest amount of joy that you possibly could, and we wish you continued success, and we wanted to offer you our congratulations again, and keep on doing what you do, guys.
Hi, everybody. It is Tuesday. We're already cranking in here. It's crazy. It's madness. Welcome to the Knock'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast on the Twitch channel. Thanks for following us on the Twitch. And please share the link to this show and tell everybody you know about all the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast on the Twitch channel, on the YouTube channel. Hugh is here. Jay has returned. And Jay's all fired up, so I'm just going to hand it on over to you, man.
Fired up.
I
pulled in the parking lot this morning.
Yeah. This parking lot.
This parking lot.
Okay.
My heart sank. I had a Hershey moment. The sign is fucking changed.
Oh, my sign.
One of my prideful moments in my comedy thing, whatever the fuck you call it, was seeing my fat head on the sign. My friend was like, yo, you're on the side of governors, da-da-da-da-da. You get into a fucking spat with your girlfriend. She's like, take me off that fucking sign. And he's like, fuck it, everyone's off the sign. I pulled up and almost pulled right out. Oh, yeah, motherfucker, it's a one-man show. Handle it.
All right, well, one thing I will point out, which I doubt you've seen, on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Podcast Facebook page, I used that same picture that's out there.
Yes, that's the background.
Except if you click on that picture, on the bottom is you, LaRocco, and Andy.
Okay. Well, you should have went to old school high school and just cut her out of the fucking picture. My sister got married, got divorced.
Yeah.
So, they had all those wedding pictures, especially the fucking women.
Yeah.
My grandfather sat and cut the husband out of every fucking picture and put it back in the frame. Yeah. That's what you should have done. I'm offended.
Well, the thing is, all right, I'll make a new one and I'll throw you back on.
Yeah.
Well, now you're leaving me out.
No, I'll put you on too.
No, I'm just kidding.
But that's exactly it. There's been a rotating group of people here. Yeah.
I was part of the rotating group of people that were on the thing.
Well, right, and you're one of the few that have remained. Look. I mean, you're a perfect example. Who used to come in here with you?
Small, medium, and large.
Exactly.
Well, motherfuckers have day jobs, bro. Start paying, and we'll be here every fucking Tuesday.
Start paying.
I thought the Twitch thing was gonna blow up.
So did I.
Day job, I'd be rubbing fucking Tony's mechanical leg and from 11 to fucking 1, 4 days a week. But nope, I can't even log on to the fucking thing because you don't put the link in the fucking thing when you tag it in 87 pages.
Right.
So then I'm like, all right, maybe I want to watch today. Hugh Murray's on, I had never seen him on Knock 'em Dead. I'd like to hang out with you in the green room. Can't find the fucking thing. All right, now I can't watch. So now you got fucking stuck with 4 viewers. Ironically, folks, it is the 5-year anniversary of Knock 'em Dead. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, we're doing it.
For all 4 fucking viewers, thanks for tuning in for 5 years straight. Maybe next year, when it's 6 years, we'll have 5 viewers.
That's not true. I got a few more than that.
Bumped into Tony on a Sunday.
Yes.
After surviving Hangover 1, 2, and 3.
Well, yeah.
Which is
there's 7 viewers right now.
Hell yeah.
That's because you're viewing.
All right, 6.
So I came off of a Hangover 1, 2, and 3 and an overnight trip with Terry McNeely.
Oh,
saw Tony in the lot. He goes, I go, Tony, it's the anniversary. I'm going to try to come in this week. All right, Tuesday. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll let you know tomorrow. Completely forgot because I was like hungover. Not hungover, but in a weed coma. Go to take a doo-doo this morning. Oh, guess who's going to Knock 'em Dead with you, Murray? What happened to the eye? That was the next question.
Let's get
right into that.
All right. I'm dying to find out. I'm dying to hear this.
Yeah. It scared the shit out of me because it happened. It's not even that great of a story. It's just like pure rough.
We'll be the judge of that.
Rough sex.
No,
I'm kidding.
God,
but I said that on the show on Friday. I was hosting and I gotta go back and watch my video because I was like, happened, got a new girlfriend. I'm not really into the rough sex. She is, and all of a sudden my girlfriend yells out. She goes, "You fucking liar!"
That's fucking great.
And her whole family's there. Her mom, her dad, her 2 of her brothers.
You said
her
rough
cousins.
sex?
Yeah.
With the father there?
Oh God, yeah.
Wow.
I said I'm not into it.
Well, true.
And then she called me the fucking liar, and I was just like, oh God, like, yep, hi, how are you, sir?
That was your first time meeting him?
No. Oh. I met him a couple times, but yeah, they enjoyed the show, but it was
except for that part.
Yeah, it's just it sucked because like I got it, and I was telling you right before is like, of course I get it on a Thursday, booked Friday, Sunday, and Monday, 3 shows, 4 days. And it's like I gotta fucking explain it away every time. And I'm walking into Governor's, and it's just like I'm shaking hands with James, and it's just like in my head I'm just like, this guy's going, oh, here's the guy I remember. Here's the guy getting fucking his picture in Newsday.
Your picture in Newsday?
Yeah, from my DWI.
Oh, shit.
That was my first credit as a comedian.
Wow.
It was the New York Post.
I gotta Google it.
It was Newsday, New York Post. Yeah, you can fucking Google it.
You'll find it. I've Googled it.
A good one, huh?
Oh, yeah. Wow. The headline was comedian gets arrested for DWI, caught with a taser, and resisting arrest. So it's just like I'm walking in, and like James has known me so long, and he still tells the story that like when he woke up, it was New Year's Day, New Year's Eve night, like at 3 a.m. or something. So
Not this year.
Yeah, 2013. So we're past the 10-year anniversary. But he still tells a story where he wakes up in the morning, he's watching the news, and he sees me on TV. And it's just like, that was my first credit. It was like, oh, they recognize me as a comedian. So I'm walking out, I'm like saving the article, like hanging it on my refrigerator. My dad's like, you're a fucking asshole. I want you out of the house. Like, but
I want you out of the house.
So I'm walking in and I'm like shaking hands with James and I'm just like, oh, this guy's like just having like flashbacks of the old me, you know? I'm like trying to come around like, yeah, I'm clean. Oh, don't worry about this. I don't owe anyone money, you know? Yeah, no, it's just a stupid accident. Like there's really no funny story behind it, but I was like, I got to play it up. I got to keep talking about it. So I was trying to write a bit about it, you know, like, that's where like that picture came from that you posted with where I was like, yeah, you know, now I learned the difference between medium and medium rare. You know, like I tried doing like a little cop bit at Door Court. I don't know. I've been playing with it a little bit. I did something else in the city. But yeah, it was just stupid. I tripped and fell over a pipe, hit my head, and fucking knew right away. I was like, I felt it. And it's like one of those situations where it's like I had I don't know if I should really get in. I doubt anyone fucking from work listens, but it's like it was like one of those jokes where it's like I had protection from my head, you know, but it was like a bulletproof vest where you get shot in the head,
right?
Know? And
right.
It was like so the top of my head was secure,
the face,
but the face wasn't. So it's just like the oldest joke in the book. Like, what happens if you get shot in the face with a bulletproof vest? And that's exactly what happened. So
what did you hit?
It was like a guardrail.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like I tripped over a pipe, hit a guardrail, went like right on the eye, my nose cracked, and like
oh, shit.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I heard like it was like a knuckle crack, and I was just like, God damn it! Like
that
of
could
course,
have been really bad.
Yeah, it's like I'm going away next weekend. Like why couldn't it fucking happen this Thursday? But of course, I need to explain this to 1,000 comics over the next 4 or 5 days. But
we'll see at the club this weekend. You know, everybody be talking. You hear Hugh?
Yeah. It's like I think Hugh's in trouble.
Yeah,
you know,
somebody talk to him.
He was talking about going into the city. He was probably in Bushwick, fucking buying crack.
You saw him behind the dumpster here,
yeah,
Governor.
Exactly. So, you know, it's of course I come home from work and my parents are like, "Who jumped you?" My mom gets like right into paranoid like craziness. She's like, "Oh, is Marissa's ex mad at you?" I'm like,
"Oh God!"
I'm like, what does this mean? I was like, "No, I'm a dummy. That's what happens." I was walking and texting at the same time.
Oh, is that what it was? You were texting?
Yeah, you know.
You were texting Marissa. I love you, baby.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my hard hat
Did
and
your
nothing
phone
else.
break?
No.
Oh, you're lucky.
That's all that
phone's
counts.
okay.
You don't want to fucking drop that thing. Like, oh.
Yeah, no, that would have ruined. Like, it was just one of those situations where it's like it happened. I was so fucking angry. Oh yeah, and then Friday night after La Caruba shows, I had like an audition for like some comedy festival or something. I don't think I got it, but
oh really?
Yeah, I don't think I got it, but it was like definitely like weird, like just like, hey, you know, I want to submit to your festival. Like I did like a 5-minute Zoom audition.
Ugh,
and I was like trying to, it was because it was at like 10:30 and I was trying to do it from here and they were supposed to open the studio for me so I could just do it. I was going to do it so I could have like the backdrop, you know, like the TV or something. So then I tried doing it from the green room, but they're like blasting fucking Billy Joel while everyone's cleaning up. And I was like, I got to go. So I went home and did it. And like, that was
sucks.
it, man. Yeah.
Who offered this room, James?
I asked James if there was like a quiet spot. He's like, oh, you could do it in one of the showrooms, but everyone's cleaning up. I was like, I thought maybe the studio, and he was going to open it for me. But then when I logged on, this comedian, he's pretty funny, Lance Weiss, was doing like a 7-minute, you know, he's a past winner of the contest.
Okay.
I guess it's like bracket style, kind of like March Madness. They used to do something like that here at the brokerage with Brian Kennedy. But I don't know if it's more like head to head. I don't really know the whole workings, but I was doing like a wild card thing, and I like people on Zoom were laughing. I haven't done a Zoom show in a while, but I was like getting laughs, and
cool.
And then they like email everyone after, and my name wasn't on it, so I was like, oh yeah, it's probably the fucking black eye. Thanks, cool.
Like, that guy's trouble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I still got that bad boy image, you know. I'm still.
But you were
for
dressed
it.
nice for Brandon's thing. You had a nice shirt, buttoned all the way to the top.
Yeah,
You trying to compensate?
Yeah, I was trying to cover it. There's also might be a couple bite marks on my neck.
Whoa!
So I'm trying.
12?
I'm thinking that's cool though. He's got a girlfriend that's biting him and like leaving marks. I like that.
That's
He's 30-something fucking years old, bro. That's what you do when you're 12.
Yes.
What are you going to do, come down with mono now? Got to cancel, I got mono.
I can't play football. I have an enlarged spleen from mono.
Yeah, like, fuck. Bite marks?
Yeah, they were we're getting calls already. Yeah, I had one, so I was doing like the double collar all weekend, like the high hoodie.
All right.
Good morning, sir.
How's it going, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Congratulations. I just wanted to get a chance in case I didn't see you in 11 hours to wish you a congratulations on the air.
Well, thank you, pal. I played your video this morning.
Oh, did you really?
I did.
Is this Hirschman?
It's Hirschman.
Oh God.
Who's that? Hugh Murray the Fourth?
Yes.
yeah.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, hello. How are you?
Hirsch, this is Fat J. I had your meltdown in the fucking parking lot. This asshole
Oh,
changed
yeah?
the sign and didn't tell me.
What happened? Is that true?
Yeah, Sally didn't want to be part of the sign anymore. She's like, get me off that fucking sign. So he took
Yeah.
the whole sign and has it up with Tony Walker, your host, like it's a one-man show. So I almost pulled the fuck out. I was like, I feel like Mark Hirschman right now. I'm leaving. Fuck him. It's a one-man show. Handle it. But I said, let me come in, do the right thing, make fun of it.
It's a lot of banner drama.
Yeah, there's a lot of banner drama. It's fucked up. I felt your fucking pain this morning.
Yeah.
I didn't know these banners carried so much weight around it. They're banners behind a cow.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so take yours fucking down. Why'd you put yours right back up?
Because
By
it's
yourself.
it's my show. That's why.
Okay, it's a big deal to you, huh?
I paid the money, just like Mark's paying the money for his banner.
I paid my dues. I come in here.
You're
you
absolutely
fucking
right.
kidding me?
You're
I'd have been
absolutely
here.
right,
I'd be here every week if we got paid, like I said before.
So would I.
Hey, Mark, I heard you were drinking with a friend of mine over the weekend.
That's your boy, man. He loves you, that guy.
Yeah, Billy D, man, he's a good guy. I got a
That's your
picture. Yeah, I got a picture on my phone from a guy from work. It was randomly he texted me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I just pull up, it's him with Hirschman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're drinking. I'm like, "Oh God, the stories these two are probably."
Yeah,
telling.
Hirschman knows everybody, man.
Yeah.
He knows guys I went to high school with. He knows guys I worked with at the phone company. It's crazy.
Wait till tonight. There's going to be a good story that happened right after I saw Billy. There's some story tonight I'll tell on the show. It's fantastic.
Oh, we got a teaser.
Does it involve
Yeah.
Hugh Murray getting a black eye?
It does not involve you already getting the black eye. No, it does not. I'll let that happen on Radio Magic this morning. You can go ahead and tell that. I just wanted to take.
And I'm
take an
wearing the
opportunity-
shirt. I'm wearing the shirt. Hershey and the
What shirt is
Keeks,
that?
the Hershey and the Keek
Oh.
shirt.
He's not
Thank
even
you,
watching.
Doug.
He's just calling. He goes,
Yeah.
"What shirt is that?"
Yeah.
No, I'm not watching.
Smart
No,
guy. He
I
doesn't want to
actually
torture
just.
himself.
I tried to call in yesterday and it was busy for 2 hours straight. So I wanted to. I don't know. I mean, was that for effect that you took the phone off the hook to make it seem like it was busy?
No, I told you. I had it off by accident. I had all the calls blocked by accident.
Oh yeah, I was calling like, geez, man, people really calling this guy for his anniversary. Holy shit!
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, but I got your boy Monty. He's doing the show next week for the anniversary. So
good.
Yeah, so it's and I got nice videos from guys like you and guys like you and Jake coming in to show their support. It's good, all good stuff.
How did my video go over this morning?
When it played sideways, but it's still it was still there, and the sentiment came through just the
The
same.
internet was working. That was a good thing.
That's all we care about.
That's the kind of production work we've come to expect in the past 5 years in Cubs radio.
Yet his picture's up on the fucking fence on a sign.
I will get a new banner with your face.
See, Hirschman, we're the Levittown natives. We need our picture up. Well, maybe I'll help. I'll chip in and we'll get our own banner, and it'll just be us. It's not even for a radio show.
That's a great
Not
idea.
a bad idea. Just pictures of ourselves.
Well, you got
from our houses.
Yeah.
and you got a new banner. Are you unveiling it tonight?
I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it tonight. I don't know if this sucker gets taken again. I'm not gonna be thrilled, and I haven't been thrilled for the past month since it was stolen. So.
I couldn't handle if this new one disappears. I couldn't take it.
There was no ransom note or anything.
No.
Like no one.
No, there's been a couple of alleged confessors who then later denied it. And, so who knows? But whatever. I'll bring it tonight. We'll zip it up, and by we I mean Tony. We'll put it up, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully the powers that be over at Govs and the Cow will keep an eye on the cameras and make sure that there's no thievery happening again. You know what I mean?
Well, you have connections in that Cow, so you make sure you talk to them.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if you want that pretty new banner to stay up, maybe you got to get me on your fucking show.
Oh, ransom. Fair enough.
He is.
You're on this goddamn radio station more than I am lately, though. God in heaven.
Yeah, I'm the Tuesday guy.
Him and Jay are Tuesday guys, and you are overdue to have Hugh on your show. You've had Jay on there.
He told me at the Christmas party, and it's been 2 months since. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna have you on. We're excited." And then I'm like, "Yo, it's Chris Monte's 4th appearance."
I was in here one night. They're doing their show, and they start talking about people that they want to get on, and they mention you, and I'm sitting there like, shit, how do I tell these guys I already have you booked?
The Monty set, it was only his second appearance, and it was totally him forcing himself on us because he wanted to promote his show. So that is true. Monty was on twice, but it was not really an invite. It was like, hey, I'm going to do your show. I'm going to do your show next Tuesday because we got the comedy show on Sunday, and that was kind of it.
It wasn't really an invite.
He put you on the show too, right?
What's that? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He put exactly. It was me, Keegan, and Ira Loring.
Hey, Mark Hirschman, I'm not asking.
Exactly. Yeah, well, exactly. When a guy with a 3-foot nose tells you that you got to go ahead and put him on the show, you do it. You know what I mean? I don't want to wake up with cement boots. You know.
Wow, man. Chris Monte feeling the love, I'm sure.
Exactly. What's the agenda today? What do you guys got going on?
Well, today is Tuesday, so it's Tuesday Trivia, where we ask random trivia questions.
I should have known.
Hey, man, 4 days a week, man. I gotta come up with something.
Honestly, sometimes I think to myself, all the good that Tony Walker could have done in life for the past 5 years instead of hosting the show every day. And literally anything.
Would there be a Hershey in the Keegs if I didn't have this station?
You know
running?
what? And that is why are the pioneer. You are the Sergeant Hulka. You're the big toe, and we appreciate it. And I don't mean big toe like as if you only have one. I didn't mean that at all.
I have 5.
Yes. I meant in general, you are the wind beneath our wings, and we appreciate you. And I will look forward to seeing you tonight. I have some things to go over with you. Nothing bad, I promise. So you guys have a great show today. I'm going to get back to doing what I was doing, which was napping, and I will speak to you all at a later date.
Well,
okay?
We'll leave the show on. You'll go right back to sleep.
Believe me. It's either that or 2 more Lexapro, and I'm going to just stick to the show.
Well, I'm glad you called in a good mood for once, instead of just crying about a banner. So that was nice of you.
Exactly. I love you, buddy. I'll see you later on.
Thanks,
okay?
pal. See you later.
Bye.
Mark Hirschman checking in. Very nice of him.
Always like when our fans call in.
Yes, our fans. I'm just glad he wasn't complaining about the banner.
Yeah.
But now Keegan did Don Sill's show, and Don Sill posted a clip where Keegan's carrying on about the banner. And he even says, Tony's banner is just fine. All the other banners were just fine. It's like, no. And I forgot to bring the picture. But when I pulled up that morning, I saw their banner was gone. Immediately, I'm like, oh, fucking Hirschman's going to freak out, man.
Yeah, it was the first thing I noticed.
But I took a picture because the Gov's banner was on the ground. My banner was half off the fence. Joey Petroni's banner was the only one that wasn't really affected.
I think we're narrowing it down.
But I said to him,
Guy wears a lot of leather. He's kind of a badass.
and has, a bunch of different names.
Yeah.
Joey Petroni, by the way, it's his birthday today.
Oh,
So wish him happy birthday. But then after I wished him happy birthday, I thought to myself, that's not even his real name. It's like, not only is it not his real name, but Joey Petroni is like, it's like a persona.
Yeah.
Why am I listening through this right now? I'm like, God, it's so loud. It's weird. I don't know why I'm listening on these things.
So then I even wondered if it really is his birthday. Like the actual guy, I bet you it's not his birthday.
Do you tell that about other people, about me? Like,
Do you have another?
That's not his real name.
Wait, so your first name isn't Fat?
No.
I have.
Oh my God.
I have told people
Not
that.
yet.
Like, there's been plenty of people that, I don't like saying Fat J. It's like, he pushes himself. That's how he promotes himself, as Fat J. But who was it? Somebody actually did ask me if your last name was Christopher. Who the hell was I don't remember who it was.
I tried that
That's
at
my
first.
middle name, actually.
Yeah,
Right.
I tried going that way at first. Was like when I didn't know how like my union would handle the comedy. So like George Gallo was making fun of me in the beginning because I was like, on Facebook it was Hugh Murray, and then it went to Hugh Daniel, and then like I was like, I don't know if I should do the stage. I don't want to get fired for anything I
Right.
say. And then one time I went to a union meeting, and like the big shot of the union, he passed away since, but he was like the business manager. He comes up to me, he goes, "How's your career doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's going great. I'm at an apprentice at the power plant in Astoria. I'm learning a lot." He's like, "I don't want to hear about that." He's like, "How's your career going? How's comedy?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh." So he's like supportive in this. So I was like, "Fuck it." So, and then like especially like 3 years into comedy, I get that article in the paper. It was just like they had my address, like they doxed me. Like it
Wow,
was so
man.
like my address was there, like my fucking full name. So I was just all right. Here's every name. Like here's my
Right.
social security number. I don't fucking care. I'm not
My
gonna
mother's
go by
maiden
it.
name.
Yeah. So I don't know. I see the stage names all the time though, and I always feel like sometimes like it's big in the urban circles. And I say
is that right?
urban because, like, I'm
you're
this
racist?
color. Like, but I think, other people say different things. But, it's always like I'll do, like, an urban room, and it'll be like, oh, Hugh Murray, and then it's like, Sugar, the comedian. You see those flyers for, like, an urban room? It'll be like Miss Ness or something. Like, they always have, like, these crazy names.
I just saw something this morning. Yeah, like there's some rapper out there, Tyga,
Tyga.
Tyga. I
He
never heard
knocked
of him.
up one of the Jenners, right?
Yeah,
Oh, did he? Oh, so I never even heard of the guy until today.
Oh, no,
but-
he dated one of them. I don't know if he knocked her up.
Oh, I thought he
But I was
He
thinking
had,
that,
I
the
think he
name.
had the kid with Black China.
Oh, okay.
Black China.
Yeah,
See, now there's a name.
Yeah.
Well, she was a stripper. That's why.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I used to date a stripper named Urban Room, says Friender.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Jay is fucking like fed up.
Oh, God.
Came in hot, and now I feel like the depression's setting in.
No, I'm not depressed. I'm happy.
All right.
I'm so high right now.
Good. Yeah, well, that's why the headphones were freaking you out.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck was that?
You hear, like, is there an echo?
Was that, you were so weird. Like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, I was watching the mouth going, why am I
It's like going into my
Yeah, I
brain,
smoked
man.
so much weed this weekend. I woke up Saturday morning, and I went to get Dunkin'.
Where'd you go with Terry, by the way?
We went to the Comedy Cove.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm
And,
still trying to get in there, man.
Oh, it's a nice little spot. I like it. This is the second time I went with him. We stayed at a nice hotel. We had a nice Hilton, like gentleman.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so he woke up and he was like borderline on death in the shower. So I was like, let me go to get coffee because I know he likes coffee too. That'll
Yeah.
help.
I always call that the Terry McNeely oil change.
Yes, exactly.
It's like you got to push out the bourbon with the
Yes.
coffee.
He comes out of the shower and then he sees the coffee and he gets excited. He's like, oh, I'm alive. I'm alive.
He's got to use all his fucking airplane bottles, fucking hotel
Yes,
soaps.
the pharmacy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zyrtec.
Yeah,
this,
he's
that,
got it.
Imodium.
So the first time I would been on the road with Terry and George for a while, and then once we finally brought Keegan on the road. So Keegan, he goes into the bathroom after like Terry like takes out all his fucking soaps and products and everything. So Keegan comes out, he goes, and he's talking to like George or Terry or someone. He's like, "Man, Hugh Murray really is a fucking diva, huh?" And like they just assumed it was me because like I'm always in like a pink tie and like a fucking suit jacket. And then I was like, "No, those are fucking Terry's." There's all him. It was like Axe hair gel and fucking like all like face soaps and like all these little airplane. But I swear to God, he covers the entire sink with this shit.
The entire sink. Yeah.
Really?
And it's like you can't even fit like your toothbrush on there. It's just all toiletries.
The show, they shouldn't even have a comedy show. Like, yeah, it's the comedy show is why we go on the road, but we should just film
Oh God,
him, the whole transactions of the day. It's just like
A lot of it we probably couldn't show.
Hurt from laughing,
Yeah.
and then they should just play the video because he's a fucking animal, yo.
Yeah, he's a nut job.
Yo, the security guard. So I'm coming out. Security guard goes, "Oh, you're alive, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "You and your partner last night went heavy." I'm like, "What do you mean? What's this guy talking about?" Like, I'm fucking... He's like, "I've never seen anyone smoke as much weed as you do." He's like, "You would throw it out and light another one. Throw it out for 3.5 hours straight."
The security guard is saying this to
Yeah,
you.
he must have been watching us. We were in, like, the garage, sitting in my car. Terry was out of the car smoking cigarette after cigarette, swigging from the Jim Beam bottle.
Oh my
Till
God.
4 in the morning. Like gentlemen outside of a 4-star hotel, you know.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
I
He was
emailed
shocked that we were still alive.
Well-
He's like, "Is your partner alive?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's in the shower."
every time that man's name comes up, somebody eventually will say that in the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's still alive.
It's just such... And you just can't help but laugh. Like,
Yeah.
bro, my cheeks hurt. Like, he was there an hour. My fucking cheeks hurt from just laughing so hard.
It's always like insane on the road with Terry, you know, because like George, you know, he was when I would go away with them, like it, you know, they kind of booked it as like a New York show, you know, and they actually like they come up with all this shit on the fly, and it's insane. They're
It's
like
science.
Yes.
Terry does science.
Yes.
It's the weirdest thing.
but like they're like, we can't go to a club in fucking Milwaukee, and then all of a sudden we get a host that's like, and this is the funniest name. They're like White Boy Roy from Illinois, and they're like, we can't have that type of host. We need to bring New York with us. So they started
Right.
pitching. And this is how they, like, when they were doing it, like, George headlined. Terry probably could have headlined at that time, but he was just, like, the feature, you know, going on the road with his friend. And they were able to bring a host because they were, like, selling out all over the fucking country.
Wow.
And then it was just, like, so they would be able to bring me, and then I'm just, like, watching how these guys, like, go on the road together. And it was always
George
the
is
funniest
crazy,
fucking,
too.
like, we were almost like late to a gig because we spent like an hour at a rest stop because George was trying to hold four doors open for people. So like he's just holding doors open for like 5 minutes straight. Me and Terry are like, we're trying to get video of this, and like we can't because we're laughing so hard. It's so shaky. And George has got like his foot on one door and his hand on this door, and people are walking by him like he's fucking retarded. And they're like, "What is wrong with this guy? He's in like a bright orange shirt,
Yeah.
and he's just like, and he just keeps holding doors open for people, and everybody thinks like there's about to be a prank,
Right,
And
right.
it's just like they think he's an asshole, but really he's just being a nice guy. He's just holding the door open for people. And it turns
man,
into the
he's
funniest
nuts.
fucking thing in the world, and like you get these like inside jokes with them, and like it just keeps happening. Like every single time we would go to a new city, George would call up and just call up at like a Starbucks, and we would only be able to go to a Starbucks if there was an oven, because he had to like heat up his sandwich or something. So like he would just sit there on the phone with Starbucks after Starbucks going, "Hi, is there an oven?" And, "Oh, no thanks, okay, bye." And it was just like, what the fuck? And like me, like I don't care at all, you know. So like I was just like whatever, we'll get food wherever we go, but like it had to be like a certain Starbucks sandwich, and it had to be heated up.
Wow.
And it just becomes like the crazy. And then like at the club itself, like George would drink a little bit, he was usually the driver,
Right.
You know, because at the time when I was going around with them, I didn't have a license, and so me and Terry were just off to the races. And like certain ones, like the Comedy Works in Bristol, they would do karaoke after the Friday night show. So then you got me and Terry singing Backstreet Boys and the Beatles. And of course Terry, I'm like, Terry, why do you sing why do you only sing like John Lennon, like Beatles? And he's just like, well, you know, I need something with like the scratchy fucking voice. You know, like he would only sing like raspy voice karaoke songs.
Fucking amazing. Yeah, it's just the funniest shit. Yeah. I'm telling you, like just that.
Yeah.
If you had that on video, bro, hysterical.
Yeah, it really was like such a fucking good time going with them. And then like it was funny too, because like we did we did like a 9-day tour to Wisconsin, and they were like setting this all up. It was going to be a huge deal. And the guy they wanted to bring was this guy Chris Davis. He was very funny when I first started, and he just, you know, I think he fell off the wagon and so I had some problems. But so they were trying to help him out, and he ended up having like a heart attack a couple months before the show, and they're like, no, we can't bring like an older guy who's about to have a heart attack on the road. We're gonna bring Hugh Murray. And like I show up to the car, and I was on so much heroin.
Oh my goodness!
That is like I was the safe choice in that.
I was the safe.
And we like one time we got into.
Wait, did you bring it with you? Because you need that.
Yeah, I had a couple. Yeah.
Did you have like enough for 9 days, or were you looking for it?
Yeah. No, I had enough to like hold me over. But yeah, like we got into at the time, which was the biggest car accident in America. Like our car was fine, but there was a flash blizzard in Ohio. We were leaving like Youngstown, Ohio, going to Michigan City, Indiana, and a flash blizzard happened.
I've been in those in
Dumped
Ohio.
3 feet of snow onto the turnpike.
It feels like it's seconds.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And all the tractor trailers jackknifed.
Yep.
And we were stuck in this traffic jam for 7 hours. I slept through the whole thing. George and Terry like
they're shitting, they're fearing for their life.
George and Terry are like, we're not making it to the next gig. They got out in traffic and they were fucking talking to people. Terry's smoking cigarettes and they're fucking they're like filming videos and shit. And I'm just like passed out on the luggage for 7 hours.
Yeah, I get to the hotel. And I'm already checked in, chilling, laid up, you know, king-size bed, nice, like a gentleman. Terry's like, I'll be there in an hour. I'm by the Nashville-Suffolk border. I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, an hour goes by. I'm like watching the Food Network. Phone rings. It's Terry. I went the wrong way. I took it because it said it was going to save 20 minutes. So I'm in Midtown Manhattan right now, waiting to get in the Holland Tunnel. So he doesn't do well in traffic.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
His blood boils.
He's fucking screaming.
Yeah.
And Terry is staunch Republican, all
Right,
that,
yeah.
you know. He puts the windows down. I thought the city was dead because of COVID, you fucking pussies. Move the cars.
Goodness.
And then people are honking. I'm in the room laughing hysterically, and all you can hear is I guess people heard him screaming. It was the funniest fucking thing, and he's having a meltdown.
Yeah, he starts getting into like the political stuff, even like in traffic. Like,
Yeah,
but,
it's so
it's not usually like people in traffic are like, "Come on, fuck you, like keep it moving."
Right.
See, this is what the liberal fucking agenda wants. They're fucking all the immigrants in fucking New York City, and he just starts like ramping up and up and up, and it's just like, yo, relax,
I'm
man.
sitting there laughing so hard.
Dude, I
my
swear,
God.
going on like hanging out with Terry, like there's just times where I can't fucking breathe.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
Right,
man,
right.
because
it's sick.
it's like he just has that like that Irish temper, you know, like where he starts getting red in the face. You know, and you see it when he really gets into his act too. By the end of his 50 minutes or something, you'll see him his face is red, he's out of breath, sweating profusely.
Friday night we ate dick. It was a rough one.
Oh yeah,
it was all right. I did all right, but it wasn't they didn't it was weird. I don't know. So he goes up. He goes, give it up for the rest of the comedians just stared at for the past hour.
Oh,
he goes,
man.
And then 5 minutes in, he goes, I guess you're going to stare at me too, huh? It's it was
wow.
Yeah. But it was all right. Saturday was good.
I went there once. Keegan brought me. I think I mentioned Keegan was opening for that dude, Nicky Smiggs. He's like a TikTok guy. He does the Sebastian impression.
Yep.
And I did a 5-minute guest spot, and I did what I thought was pretty well. And the owner was like, yeah, you come back anytime you want, you know, email us. So I emailed him. He told me the books weren't open till the end of the year. So I was I emailed him hey, Merry Christmas, and just keep me in mind when the books open up. And then
I think so.
Then
no, they're
making the chowder for the shows this weekend. And they. So then I emailed them after the new year, and still no response. So I was I don't know, I feel as a comedian, I don't know if you email a lot of people, but I know I get in my own head where it's do I keep pushing the fucking issue?
Maybe they didn't get the email.
Well, that's what I'm saying is sometimes there's that, but then it's sometimes I feel I'm annoying the people.
I feel
it's
that
if you
too.
don't annoy them,
and then you're sucking dick, you're begging.
And it's just I don't want to feel
it's a mind fuck of a business.
It really is, because I go through that all the time with these email people. Oh yeah, just send us your avails, and then I don't hear from anyone, and I'm with my job, I really need to book stuff. It's hard for me to just show up and just
take
hang
off.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Friday night, Friday into Saturday, that's your Friday. That's your last night of the work week, right? Or no?
I rotate.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So last weekend I had off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Then then I go back tonight. 6 p.m. and then I'll work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it just rotates like that.
Right.
3 days on, 3 days off. So it's I know my schedule for the entire year. So if I could book things, it's really not a problem. Guys are looking for the overtime for vacation coverage and stuff.
Right.
So it's not a big deal. But then most places are oh yeah, just come, because I've been trying to get into the city more, and people are yeah, just go hang out at the Grizzly Pear or go hang out at the Stand, and it's so okay, so I'm gonna drive an hour and 20 minutes into Manhattan, pay tolls, probably parking, or take the train, and then your night's just so long,
right?
And it's just to hang out at a club, and then it's obviously you're not going to get put on the first couple times, so it's I got to do that consistently until they know your face and know you're cool and finally give you a shot, and it just becomes an entire thing. But it's if you get something on the books where it's oh, show up at this time, fucking audition at this time, it just makes things life so much fucking easier. But I feel comedy went away from that, in general. I feel
it's definitely not like that.
Yeah.
I definitely don't. I feel the same way. People used to say, "Oh, you got to send your avails."
Yeah.
Yeah. I have never sent my avails to anybody.
Right. It's become the hanging out and waiting for a spot, right?
But it's
that's what you're saying?
the Cove. I booked it 2 months ago. So then you're oh God, please don't let Govs call me because I don't want to tell them no.
Right.
Because I don't want to see.
Yeah, and that's part of what I go through as a comedian with governors. They are amazing. They fucking
the best.
They really have helped me my entire career, but it becomes a feeling of just me getting comfortable and content because I go through one traffic light and I'm at this club,
right,
and I'm at the A club of Long Island
Yeah.
that books me. So on a Thursday or Sunday when I'm off and it's just I could just walk in and probably get a spot, why am I doing anything else? Why am I going to do I go through one it's not even a long enough drive for me to smoke a cigarette.
One night I was booked for a Wednesday. You say that one light,
Yeah.
I was booked on a Wednesday. It was like shitty weather. It was pouring. I checked the website all day long, and there was nothing posted. So I'm like, maybe she meant Thursday, and, there's no show tonight because I saw there was one for Thursday, so I didn't come. I had a call like 8 o'clock. Hey, you're on the books. Where are you?
Oh, wow.
I'm like, I checked the website. I didn't see it. Da, da, da. How long do you hear? 12 minutes. Literally fucking pouring torrential downpour.
Right.
12 minutes. Like, boom, you're here,
Yeah.
I was with you the next Thursday. I remember you telling me that story.
Packed.
Yeah.
You walk in and there's 200 people there. You're like, oh.
I know. And like, for me, it just makes me like comfortable where it's like, I don't want to get outside my comfort zone and try new things because like, especially now that the brokerage is open. So it's like, this is one traffic light. The brokerage is 7 minutes away.
Right.
So it's like two of the best comedy clubs on Long Island, like, and so close that I get like, am I really going to like trek it into the city and, pay money and, probably have a bad time for like 10 tour, like I used to do the comic strip a lot and it was like, I would go in, it would just be like 10 tourists and they don't even speak English.
Right.
It's like their second language and like they're getting, or Broadway Comedy Club is the worst for that. It's like they're just getting people walking off of Broadway, they see a fucking Broadway play and then they come into the comedy club and they're like Swedish, don't speak a lick of English, and you're trying to fucking ask them what they do for a living. Right. And it turns into a crazy weird show.
It's weird to me because because the city is, that's what everybody says, right? You got to go into the city if you want to do anything, get anywhere. But even that now, and I was just watching, I was watching some podcast where they talked about somebody who hadn't even done comedy very long, but happened to be in some bar where he was performing, and Jimmy Fallon happened to stop in for a drink.
I've heard that story.
And then he wasn't even.
I forgot who it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who was telling the story. I'm trying to remember who they were talking about. But the show was going on in another room. Fallon wasn't even going back there. And then somebody said, no, go back there and check this out. And he ended up liking somebody and gave him info on who to call.
Right.
But they were saying that that's such a 1 in a million opportunity. They're saying that even going into the city, like they're saying, like Saturday Night Live and all these agents, like they're not going to the clubs anymore.
Yeah,
like it's just not happening anymore.
Because like that was always like the dream, right?
Right.
Like you hear the story of Chris Rock at the comic strip,
right?
Just bussing tables one day,
right?
Just trying to bust tables to get spots, and then Eddie Murphy walks in and goes, "Nah, I want an African American to open for me."
Right.
The only one they knew was Chris Rock. So he gets up in front of Eddie Murphy, boom, now he's mega famous.
Right.
It's like that was always the dream. You hear that story. And for some reason, I want to say that was Mulaney.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that the guy that like cheated on his wife with the fucking celebrity and got caught cocaine and shit.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like it was him. And like, yeah, it was just like, yeah, Jimmy Fallon walked in, was just like hanging out, like, and saw him, was like, oh, hey, you want to be on Saturday Night Live? It's just like that that used to happen all the time. But people talk about like saturation, it's just like.
But the internet changed everything now.
It really did.
Like, so Thursday, I did a show in Jersey. There was like 10 tickets sold, leading up to it. Like, oh, do I really want to drive an hour and a half?
Right.
So we drove out. 2 things happened. I rode with Dan because he was on the show.
Okay, that's fun.
So, yeah, I said, we're going to listen to a new rap group, Dipset, Diplomats. We're going to put you on to some old school rap. So we walk in, I pull up, and I see the guy from the Growing Up Italian podcast. Growing Up Italian TikTok. Part of the Little Mo, Meals by Cool's.
Oh, yeah.
Mario was on the show. So I was like, oh, so they're probably here to see him, which they were. And he kept posting that Snoop Dogg posted his video. So it had 12 million views.
Right.
So, it's
the
all
red
about
boots.
right place, right time. I don't know, whatever. I'm just enjoying my ride. So I'm sitting there and Mario walks in. I'm like, oh, Peach, you keep posting 12 million fucking views. There's 4 people here. I'm like, I thought you were a draw. You buying these fucking views?
Yeah.
The guy, the film guy, the guy goes, bro, that's fucking hysterical. Can we film that? So we filmed it. He posted, it's got 12,000 views. But so he liked me. More importantly, another thing that happened, I'm up, so we're like an hour into the show because I was the feature. 3 black ladies walk in. I'm like, oh, give it up for the black folks showing up on time as usual.
Yeah.
The lady goes, don't you even dare. Like, something like that, you know. Whatever. And then I look, it was Mama Jones. I'm like, oh, shit, give it up for Mama Jones. Mama Jones in the building. Jim Jones' mom from Dipset.
Wow.
I listen to the fucking music, and then his mom walks in. She's on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, she's on Love and Hip Hop. I knew her right away.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Took a picture. She shared my fucking picture. I got 8 followers from her.
Very nice.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it
it
sucks.
happens.
But that's where it is right now. This fucking internet thing.
It happens, yeah, and that's what I'm talking about with like that dude Nicky Smiggs. Like he just started during COVID. He got the TikTok going, and now he was headlining a club that I've been trying to get into, where he's been doing comedy for 2 years and me 13.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, it definitely.
It's all about asses in the seats.
Yeah,
Right.
That's got to be the hardest thing though, is translating like you said from Mario is that 12 million views, or like, you know, I see a lot of some of the Long Island guys. They're crushing it on TikTok, Instagram, and then like I don't even see them like getting their own spots here. It's like they're not even selling out like Alibi, you know, and I'm just like, what like how are these, you know,
Right.
It to me it's just like, why am I going to waste all my time on the fucking internet shit if it's not translating to ticket sales,
Right.
and it's going to progress the career.
But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I say my Instagram now. If I do good,
Yeah.
I say my Instagram while I'm up at the end.
Yeah, James told me to do that.
I've
and
literally
Yeah.
been walking out. I get off the stage. I go to the bar. I get 12 new followers right off. And that's if you're doing well. You know, if I'm eating my dick, whatever.
I did it when I hosted for Nick Mullen here, and James
Exactly.
James told me like before that show, he's like, just plug your Instagram, you know, leave yourself 8 seconds, and I did it. I shook Adam Friedland's hand to bring up to the stage. Get into the green room. I fucking turned my phone off of airplane mode. 12 new followers.
Yeah, and
just
then,
like fucking, they just right from the table, like pow, you know.
And then
like,
by doing that, some lady, hey, when are you gonna be at Govs? Let me know when you're gonna be at Govs. Let me know. So
Yeah.
people are asking.
Right.
So then some other lady saw me. I don't know where, maybe here, there, wherever. She's like, hey, she messaged me. I want to bring 30 to 40 people to celebrate my husband's 60th birthday at Chris Frangiola's show. She says, can we get you to perform on the show? She goes, more importantly, I want you there to make sure that when I walk in and the people come in, we could all sit together. So, you know, I know you know the manager. You could ask them to set us up. Yeah, no problem. So I said, you know, let me ask. Sometimes they're busy. They don't respond right away.
Right.
But if they don't respond, I'll go down and I'll ask the owner. So I texted in. Yeah, no problem. Boom. So that's how, and then you get booked that way. You know, like Chris Frangiola, I'm happen to be a big fan.
Yeah, he's great.
So like, you know, I get to work with that guy now. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
But that's where it's so weird. Like, I want to send the avails because I want to know. Because like I want people to know, so I could post it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it all like. Because people ask me like, "Oh, when are you gonna be at Governor's?" When you know, like, because I'm from Levittown.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Most people want to catch me here because it's close. Like, most of my friends haven't moved far away, if at all. So it's like, you know. Then I'm like promoting like the Giggle Room shows where like, when I worked with Terry on the 18th, it ended up selling out, and I had 7 people that wanted to come with me. It's just limited seating.
Right.
But it's like if I knew about like me doing like a fundraiser show, it's like they'd have a better chance to get in the main room.
Right.
You know, so it's like it definitely like it would be cooler because I feel like I could get more asses in the seats and kind of get like on a rhythm, but you know, I guess you just take what you can get, right? You know?
Absolutely.
It's funny when you mention Nicky Smiggs. I've seen plenty of these. It's weird how some people, like you mentioned, these guys who are crushing it at say Alibi, yet they can't fill the place up.
Yeah.
But then you get some of these internet sensations. They'll fill up the room, but they can't translate what they're doing onto the stage. Nicky Smiggs is the only one I've seen where when he first blew up, because he was doing these videos first, I think he had some kind of comedy background, but it wasn't much. So he even acknowledged that his stage thing wasn't really great. He's the only one that I've seen from being here where he worked at fixing that. All these other guys, they
that
just
kid works hard and he's very humble.
And his stage show has gotten better.
But
it's gotten a lot better.
I noticed this is when comedy is always like a backup plan for so many people, and I always kind of took it as like offensive because like I just wanted to be a comedian.
Right.
I didn't want to be an actor. I didn't, like I always thought like, oh yeah, what Jimmy Norton does with like Opie and Anthony, that's cool. I could do that. Like I would be on a comedy radio show. Like that was before podcasts were huge.
Right.
It's like I would do a podcast. I mean what Rogan does with fucking UFC, like that would be the dream for me.
Rogan was the fucking that weird show back in the day.
Was it News Radio? Just
Man
Shoot
Show?
Me?
No,
Fear Factor?
Fear Factor.
Yeah.
He was the host from that. Like,
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
It is, yeah. And it's just like I would do something like that, but like I feel like when people on like reality TV stars, pro wrestlers, football players, like this with Tom Brady right now, like everyone's saying he wants to try fucking stand up.
Right.
It's like when their thing ends, and I noticed
T.I. was doing it. T.I. was doing comedy. I don't know if he still is.
Sorry.
Yeah, and like
Really?
that's Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Mick Foley used to come
But
around.
he did the stories, supposedly more wrestling stories and stuff.
Towards the end.
Oh, okay.
I was at his first show. It was not good.
Okay.
And it was just like what's his name? Vinny from the Jersey Shore. He started like at first he was trying comedy, very bad. So then he would just like host the show and tell Jersey Shore stories, and he would fill the fucking place up.
Yeah.
But it's like, so he would get a weekend date just telling these stories, and he'd be trying to do comedy, and it would be terrible. But like I feel like Vinny and Mick Foley, and there was a couple other football players, and I think there was one other guy I was thinking of, but it was just like, when their thing doesn't pan out, or you see like these TikTok guys like Nikki Smiggs and Little Mo Mozzarella, where it's like they're doing funny videos, let me try comedy, and it doesn't always translate well.
No, it doesn't.
And it's like when you like I've even offered some of these guys like, hey, you want me to teach you how to write a joke?
Right.
And
right.
sometimes like I say it with a little more kid gloves, but it's like I could probably help you.
Right.
And like they look at me like, what do I need your fucking help for? I got 7 million TikTok followers.
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah, but they're not making this like those like Little Mo. That guy's making $3-4 grand going into someone's restaurant.
Right.
I know.
Like they were just I was watching their thing. They were in the Miami Food Festival.
Right.
They was eating at the best fucking restaurants, hanging out with all the food stars.
I know.
At Live in the fucking VIP. That was I had to be $100,000 weekend, for free.
I mean,
Easily.
I'm always thinking long term. I mean, maybe guys like him are making enough money that in 5 years they don't have to worry about it.
Maybe.
But I'm thinking in 5 years you have to worry about it because in 5 years half of these guys we might not even know them.
Right.
You know what though? I lived a good life where I had a good run doing mortgages.
Yes. Right.
I had to start and rebuild whatever it is. You start and rebuild again. That was they're having a good fucking time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
And again, that's what comedy, like, what do you think? Like, if you get plucked, that's only going to last so long.
Yeah, you watch it. It's very cyclical.
You want to make it, fucking stash it away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you watch guys like that you would consider made it in comedy, like Dane Cook and Mulaney. It's like
they're doing it right now. Like,
absolutely right.
Like, yeah, you just ride the wave where, like, when you get it, and, when it's done.
It's not a 20-year run.
Yeah, like some of the guys blow. Louis C.K. like blew up, best comic in the world. Something bad happens, gets it all taken away, is making a comeback. Like stuff like that. Like Dane Cook was the other one.
Right.
Like, was like the most famous comic in America.
Right.
Gets accused of stealing jokes.
I fell
trying to
asleep
make a
watching him at
comeback.
Madison Square Garden Theater.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I remember the first special he put out or something. I was like a senior in high school, so I loved it. And then, like, by the time I got to college, I was just like, I don't know if this is for me.
Right.
That's
another reason why I'm always kissing his ass, but that's another reason why I admire Joey Cola. You know, he knew where to go so he can sustain some kind of life surviving in comedy.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't let his ego get the best from him. And
well, see, that's what Joey Cola and Richie Byrne.
Right, Richie Byrne.
Like, those guys, like, they, in my eyes, were like living the dream as a comedian. And that's what I mentioned with Norton doing the comedy radio show, and Rogan, like, had the side hustle with, like, the UFC. Is like when you are doing something you love to make money, and then you get to just do something you love at night, like where you might not make as much money as doing stand-up.
Right.
That's it. So if you got your steady paycheck coming from being a warm-up crowd for Rachel Ray or Dr. Oz or who, I don't know, Richie might get mad at me for even mentioning his name.
He mentioned
Okay. I did a show with him, and I was like, you still want me to use Comedy Central, Dr. Oz? He goes, if you mention Dr. Oz, I'll fucking kill you.
Really?
He was joking, but it's. I think Mr. Oz, in his political situation, even Richie Byrne is trying to distance himself. Like, it's like, Richie, you hang out with me and Mike Keegan at the fucking at bars in Belmore, and you're distancing yourself from Dr. fucking Oz. But like when you get to like be like a warm up comic like that in a day, and then be like a stand up comic at night, like you're just pulling in cash. Like that's got to be the dream for a comedian. Like in my eyes, at
absolutely
least,
right.
And that's what I liked about Norton, where it's like he had O&A, and like what these guys are doing with like podcasts, where it's like the stand up is almost becomes extra, so there's less pressure on you to make the money. Like you look at the dude Nick Mullen and Adam Friedland. Like I checked their Patreon because after they were here, they told me I was going to be on the podcast. So I checked the Patreon. At the bottom, it says how much money they pull in.
Right,
dude. Those guys are making $140,000 a month off the podcast.
I would just love to quit my day job.
That's what I'm saying. If it, once
but how long? You got to keep that up.
Yeah,
you got to come up with new shit.
Right.
But, which is a lot. Like writing jokes now. Like some of them write themselves. The other night, I'm stoned out of my face. I put out the recycling. I put it out late because the Spanish people come and they take the nickel parts out, so she doesn't like it. They leave it open, it flies all over. So I put it out late. I get attacked by 4 different fucking Spanish families with fucking headlights on their fire. I thought they were jumping me. I'm like, help! Help! Yo, she comes to the door like, what's going on? They're like, I'm like, take whatever you want. Like, I thought I was literally getting robbed.
Dude, they come out like mole people.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god.
They're
so there's
digging in
be
fucking
a
caves.
Man. Like some of them write themselves.
Yeah.
But, like, it's hard. You're working. Like, I juggle shit, bro.
right.
I came home Saturday night at 2 a.m. Get up Sunday, 10 o'clock, fucking hungover, doing my other job. Then my girl, oh, you got a show tonight? Yeah. Oh, when are we gonna talk? When are we gonna hang out?
Right.
Yep. I mean, it's the same thing. I've seen Joey do warm up when he had Kevin Can Wait, and he brought me on at Rachel Ray. I mean, but you're still dealing with those type of problems, though. I mean, he has to be there at 7:30 in the morning. Doesn't get out of there till like 5 or 6. So by the time you get home, you're still dealing with those same issues.
But it's work.
That's true.
It's definitely you love.
Yes, absolutely.
It's different. Like me calling you up. Hey, do you want to take this $80,000 loan? And you're like, let me talk to my wife. Let me talk to the CFO. Let me. I'm like, you cocksucker. You told me you wanted it. Now all of a sudden you got to think about it. Like.
Yeah.
And it's a great gig too. I remember watching Joey thinking, man, I was made to do that, man. I would love to do that shit.
But see, what I'm saying is when
love, it's like
yeah.
And when you get to quit your day job, I think it's an important step, because when comedy starts making you enough money to support yourself, you have more time. And we all know time is fucking money. So I know personally that if I had all the time in the world, I could finish the book that I've been writing for years. I could I'm working on a comic book with a friend. I could focus more on that. All of a sudden the podcast gets starting up. So there's more content, which leads to more money, so it's like, it's just the old adage, time is money, money is, so it's like, but instead it's like I got to do 48 hours at a power plant where I actually get time to myself at these overnight power plant gigs because it's just a lot of like watching machines and taking rounds and stuff, and there's like I'm not being watched constantly. It's kind of like up to my own accountability, and I feel like I do decent there, but if I felt like if I didn't have to be there and like focus, all my time, like, 'cause it's dangerous shit, apparently, apparently. So it's like you got to actually like be present while you're at work and get your shit done so you don't get fired, so you get that money, which is taking your focus away from what you want to do.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And like it's just like I feel like if I had more time to do these things, they would get done. But instead, I've been talking to you about getting a podcast for 3 months now, and it's just like I don't know what's gonna happen.
I've been doing this new Slim Fit bit where I pull my shirt off and I got a Slim Fit sex symbol T-shirt underneath.
Nice.
In a 5XL Slim Fit. So it's
Slim
tight.
Fit. Yeah.
It's been killing.
Yeah.
I go to work Saturday. I go to work Monday. Some lady across the parking lot, I'm walking to the Dunkin' Donuts by the Hicksville train station. She goes, "Oh my God, are you the Slim Fit sex symbol guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." She's like, "Yo, you were so funny Saturday night." I was like, "Oh, thank you." Like, that just feels so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then other people are like, "Yo, what do you do?" Like, Little Mo posted me. We were here one night, so I took a picture. I posted him. He reposted it. 6 people at my job. Never talked to me in my life.
Right.
Yo, Little Mo posted you. What do you do? I was like, "Oh, I do comedy on the side,
Yeah.
The mail lady came from my office. Like, that just feels good,
Yeah.
Like, that's like fucking...
That's nice that people do that for you, because like the most I ever get is like, "Hey, aren't you the guy that fucked my sister?"
I don't fuck people. They don't want to fuck that guys, They're
And I'm
heroin
like,
addicts.
"Fuck, man,
you got it in.
yeah." Well, you know.
Oh, you should have seen what your sister was doing when you ran out of drugs.
I was a sugar baby.
My friend Twat used to tell me. He goes, "Bro,
His name's
What?
Twat." Well, his name was Marquat. Rest in peace. His name is tattooed. They call him Quat.
Oh, wow.
His name. They used to call him Quat. So when he was 16, I met him. I'm like, "I'm gonna call you Twat." So we stuck with the name Twat. But he was in rehab, whatever. He goes, "Bro, some of these girls, man." He goes, "What's weird is the guys in rehab, after like 2 weeks, they're not getting laid. You're fucking miserable now. They want to fuck." At first, they're like, "Oh my God, did you hear that story? 17 black dudes ran a train on her for 17 hours for like $180 worth of coke and heroin."
Yeah. Oh my
And
goodness.
then the guy, like 2 weeks later, the guy's like, "Yo, don't talk about Lisa. I love her."
Dude, I left my first rehab with a girlfriend. Like, I was such a cliche. Oh, she was gorgeous too, and she had like a fucking stint in her arm, like, or whatever. So like she got was in like a coma, and she was like, I hadn't even tried heroin at that point, but like it was just like I'm sitting there like talking to the counselor, like, "No, me and Stephanie are gonna be different. We're gonna make it."
Yup, that's exactly how it is. He goes, meanwhile, the first 2 days they're telling the stories, the guy's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was in Truson's comedy class, there was this kid in the class. I haven't seen him, so I don't know if he's out there trying to do it or what, but he had this bit about going into rehab, getting into a train, a choo-choo train, and he was like, I think he said there were 20-something guys, and he was like number 17. So by the time he got up there, the girl was like done, but he still fell in love with her anyway, but then still had to sit there and watch the last 8 guys bang her. It was something really strange like that, but it was so freaking funny.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Dude, but that's the girls are lucky out there doing.
Yeah,
drugs.
they get it for free.
They got a fucking gold mine. They're sitting on the gold mine. I had to like steal copper and shit.
and then that's it. And then he goes, and then when we run out of money, we just put an ad on like Craigslist or Backpage, He goes, and then I just hide out in the bathroom while she's fucking getting our money.
Yeah.
Oh.
So now she's got the money. She hands it under the door. Let me go to the bathroom. So now I have the money. So now I got to climb out the window to go meet the drug dealer while she's banging the guy for the $100 that we just needed.
Insane.
It's a vicious cycle.
See, I would have did like the Lil Wayne song, like Mona Lisa, like this. You ever hear that?
Yeah.
With him and fucking Kendrick, and he's talking about like how he gets the girl to bring the guy back, and then he's waiting there with the fucking gun, and he robs the guy. Like that would have been more my style. I'm not gonna let my girlfriend fuck,
Yeah.
Wow.
Sick.
This conversation took a very strange turn. And even Andy wrote a few minutes ago, this is too good of a convo. Fuck the trivia. Keep going. But
That's what I'm talking about, Andy. Fuck Trivia Tuesday.
do you want to do it? Or do you want to keep talking?
Whatever you want to do, Tony. It's your show. We're just here to support the fucking anniversary. Remember, it's a one-man show according to the fucking banner on the fence. In case motherfuckers forgot. Where's Laura Patton? The last time I came, she was here.
That was not the last time you were here. You've been here since.
Was it?
Yes.
No, I don't know.
I think you've been here since.
I don't know.
Or she's been here since.
What happened to our, you were supposed to cut clips. We could have been viral already. I could be sitting on 1 million. We could have 100 viewers instead of 4 because you won't put our fucking clip from the phone
call. It'll be. I promise you.
Lazy, but fucking Andy's guitar's here.
No, that's not Andy's guitar. No. That's Jules brought me that guitar.
Oh, how was the library show?
The library show was good.
I meant to ask you.
You did ask me.
I did. Yeah.
The library show was very good. In fact, I told Jules yesterday that you were asking about it. It was great. I don't know, and I said this to you. I don't know if it was
because it was the first.
It was the first one, so I don't know if there was a buzz and excitement. I hope they keep it because she's got good people coming in. So and they were a very receptive crowd. I would think they'd be looking to see more of it. So I think it'll. I have high hopes for it.
Yo, spring is springing, bro. Fucking Ralph's is open.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, my video's got 44,000 views on Long Island Reels.
Oh, very nice.
Ralph's Italian Ices is open for business. Start working on Jones Beach. I want to be there this summer.
Yeah, those guys, they said they posted something about a big announcement coming soon, but I haven't heard from them. So I got to get in touch with those guys. And you're playing, is it it's this week, the meatball place, right?
Yeah.
That I just was there. I just did my murder mystery there. I think I sent it to you, right? They had posters all over the place with your faces on them.
Good.
We had a great crowd there, so I'm hoping you guys have a great time there too. That's a great place. The people that run the place are super. Yeah, I got.
How was the food?
I did not eat, but the rest of the cast ate, and they were in love with it. They loved it. He's a hardworking man. He's looking at you like, "What you doing?"
Guy writing.
He's writing
ideas. I'm taking notes. I'm a psychiatrist.
I like how you just flipped the pen too. You just did a little like a drummer does with the stick. Yeah, look at that.
When I realize people are staring at me. I'm fucking writing jokes, man.
I feel you.
Writing jokes. I always got the little black book of my poems in it.
I do it on my phone.
Like Roger Waters says.
Roger Waters. Who's that?
He's
Pink Floyd,
the gay guy from Pink Floyd.
The gay guy.
Did you see the new logo? They blew up. That logo got them in like so much trouble.
I didn't see it.
They did like some like rainbow logo, and everyone was calling it like gay.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Black is slimming, isn't it?
Oh, I think that was on Instagram, right?
No.
I saw something on Instagram.
Play it. You'll get it good. This way you see the shirt.
Yeah, this wasn't this.
No, I didn't play that one.
Oh,
that one.
That's what.
Yeah.
In the tight shirt, I never posted that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I have to post it because
somebody posted it. I'm telling you, I've seen this.
Good.
Oh! You know who Windchill?
Oh yes.
He posted it on his story.
Are you losing weight?
I don't know. People say that.
Yeah, I think you are.
Maybe I got cancer.
Oh no!
What the fuck? It is a good weight loss.
I'm ready to go whenever. So
I lost.
Happens.
I lost 75 pounds when I had cancer. I gained it all back. But, all right, let's do it. We got 15 minutes. Tuesday trivia time. Unless you want to keep talking about hookers who are getting drug money.
I never got hookers. I don't know what you're talking about.
What kind of meat is bacon typically prepared from?
Pork.
Both of them adamant. Pork. What was the first television game show ever?
Oh.
Family Feud.
God,
with Richard Dawson.
God, you're so young.
Survey says you're dead.
You're so young.
I was going to go Hollywood Squares.
Oh, that could be it.
I don't know. I have no idea.
All right. Who is Theodore Giesel, better known as?
Theodore Giesel?
Geisel. Giesel.
Oh, fuck.
No fucking idea. Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah, I was trying to think like Teddy G.
Something,
Is there
right,
you gotta shorten it?
Something, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with my
Kenny
usual.
G, maybe?
Yeah, I was gonna go with my usual answer, Kenny G. I think I said him at least twice. So
Yes,
far.
you have. Yeah. All right. Clinophobia is the fear of what? Multiple choice question. Clinophobia. CLINO. Phobia. Clinophobia is the fear of what? Doctors, beds, or milk?
Milk.
Doctors' beds or milk? I'm gonna say doctors.
Excuse me. All right. Question specifically for you, Hugh. Where was Anthony Edward Stark born?
Oh, Tony.
Ooh.
Good Tony. Is that his dad or is like?
Is this like Tony Stark's the rapper or like
No.
Tony Stark's like the
Iron
movie
Man?
guy? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Iron Man.
There's a Tony Stark's rapper?
Probably part of like the Wu-Tang Clan.
I feel like it's Westchester.
All right. Do you have any?
I have no fucking idea. I'm gonna say Pittsburgh because he's Iron Man. Aren't they the Steel City?
Ooh.
Well, he's not Steel Man.
Well, that's where they get iron from. No, don't they need steel to get iron?
Steel Man. All right. NWA Straight Outta Compton released in what year?
Oh man.
You gotta know this, Jay.
1991.
That's what I was gonna say. 91. I thought maybe you're a little bit earlier, but
Maybe a little early.
It's not
I
the
think
80s.
It's like 91. No, I don't think it was. I think it was right after the 80s.
yeah.
It might be like 89. But I'm gonna go 91. Let's stick
All
with
right.
91. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I can't come back next week. Ooh.
Maybe your face will be out there next week.
Yeah, I doubt it. It took you fucking a month and a half to get the Hershey and Keeg sign.
That was him, not me. What do diapers and politicians have in common?
They're both full of shit.
Yes. Full of doo-doo.
What was Jimmy Hoffa's middle name?
Anthony.
Jimmy. I think it's gonna be something weird.
It is.
Cedric.
Cedric.
Name two actors who have been divorced from Angelina Jolie.
Brad
Billy,
Pitt and Billy Bob.
Billy Bob Thornton, yeah.
All right. Last question. What term comes from the Latin meaning throwing out?
What term?
Yep. Or what word?
Garbage?
It's the last question.
Throwing.
That's a
out.
sex question.
Exactly. That's my little hint for you.
Sex question.
Throwing out.
Cream pie? What's the term throwing out? I know it's hot, but here comes the hot. I know it's white, but here comes the hot sauce. Drink it down,
You
girl.
said it was Greek?
I know you thirsty.
You said it was Greek?
Latin.
Latin.
Ejaculation.
Yeah,
Throwing out.
I'm gonna say cum. Just I didn't say it yet.
That's right. Come,
Fucking the stool.
I say it every Tuesday.
Kenny G and cum are your two stock answers there.
How bad is how's comedy going? I did trivia in front of 4 people for the 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
My picture's not even on the fucking banner anymore.
I had fucking Andy
going good.
Pajanos put me to shame in trivia for 7 weeks in a row.
You didn't know that?
Dude, this
That's
guy,
automatic. He's the smart. He writes the trivia questions.
I can't believe it.
Tony's like, yo, to Andy, found this one. What's the answer? Boop, okay. Boop, okay. He's the smartest guy.
I don't get it.
I'm saying that your face is seen more on Facebook on that picture than it is out here. I'll put your face back. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Try to make excuse. Again, you should have just cut her out of it.
but there were other people too that don't really have anything to do with the show anymore. So I'm like,
you need to pick and choose your fucking people wisely.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Which
fault.
is why I'm going to add you back on.
But again, they may be a part of it if you ask them. Message, hey, bud, why don't you come down? Da 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 da. Something like that. But you don't. You just tag motherfuckers and then bitch at them that they don't come.
When did I bitch?
You just bitched him out 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when he didn't show up.
No, I did not. I totally did not.
Murray's not here.
I said he's not here. I didn't say that motherfucker didn't show up. I didn't say anything.
You just do that when we don't show up. I'm sorry.
Well, because we had an agreement that you were just going to show up. We didn't need to have conversations.
It's funny, though. You guys have an open invitation anytime you want.
That's right.
Tony, I might come in this week. All right, Tuesday. I thought it was open. I could come Thursday, Friday.
When I said Tuesday, did you say no? No, not Tuesday. I'm coming in a different day that week.
Don't come in Friday. I think he's off Friday.
No, that's Andy. Wednesdays is your off day. See, the guy don't even fucking know.
I don't know the schedule. I've only
he's working and sleeping. He's hard.
I've only done Tuesdays.
I only do
trivia
Tuesday.
guy.
Me too.
Come
I'm
back.
not allowed any other day. But
You're
I have an
totally
open
allowed.
invitation.
You're allowed here every
right,
day if you could.
Let's
If you
get
could
out
do
of
every
this.
day, come back
Show's
Friday.
running over.
Come back. Andy will be here Friday, and I did reach out to Terry McNeely to come in Friday. I haven't heard
nice.
back, but I asked him, so
Wow.
maybe he'll be here. So that would be fun if you guys.
He wakes
were all
up
here.
late, so.
Well, I actually wrote in the email specifically. I wrote, "Come in around 11:30, maybe."
Well, you can't tag him. Like you can't. You're not going to tag him, and he think he's going to fucking pop up because that's not going to happen.
Well, plus he scares me, so I'm not going to tag him. He's
You're
nuts.
just going to laugh so hard.
Yeah, no, he'll get you going, man.
Bro.
I hope he shows up. I hope he sees the email.
Laugh so hard.
I think Terry and I have only gotten into 2 or 3 fights at comedy shows. Not together, just against the audience.
That's awesome. What kind of meat? What kind of meat is bacon typically prepared from? Yes, pork belly or back cuts, which have less fat than the belly. Okay. Everybody got that one.
Yeah.
Yep. What was the very first television game show ever? Hugh said Hollywood Squares. Jay said Family Feud because you guys are so young. Andy Pajanos, what's my line? Friender says Jeopardy. You're all wrong. It was called Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee.
Yep, Spelling Bee.
Never heard of it.
Who was Theodore Giselle, whatever. Who's he better known as? See, there you go. Andy Pajanos. It's pronounced Geisel. Theodore Geisel, because he knew it. It's Dr. Seuss. You guys said Teddy Pendergrass and Kenny G.
Of course. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Seuss was his middle name. Theodore Seuss Geisel.
See, that would have helped me.
Yeah. Well, of course it would have.
That would have helped. It's all about pronunciation here at Knock 'em Dead.
That's right. Clinophobia is the fear of what? Doctors, beds, or milk? Jay said milk. Hugh said doctors. Andy Pagano said doctors. Hello, Kirsten said doctors. Fremder, milk in bed after you see the doctor. You guys are all wrong. It's beds.
Beds.
Yep. Clinophobia is the fear of beds.
I said milk.
You said milk.
Yep. Where was Anthony Edward Stark born? Hugh said Westchester. Jay said Pittsburgh. Kirsten said Kansas. Andy Pagano said New York City. Andy is the closest. According to my research, it's actually Long Island.
Long Island, okay. I can see it. I knew it was right outside the city. It wasn't actually the city itself.
But I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in you, Hugh Murray.
Why, are you a big fan or something?
I'm a Marvel fan. Iron Man was always like a D character. You know, he's no Spider-Man.
All right. Let's see if
true.
I got the rap question wrong.
Yeah. NWA Straight Outta Compton released what year? Jay said 91. Hugh agreed with it. Andy Pajato said 86. Kirsten said 89. Fremder says summer of 89, yeah. Oh, and then Andy corrects himself and says 1988. It's 1988.
Oh, all right.
I'm shocked and stunned and very disappointed in you,
It happens.
Jay Christopher.
We're not fans of our things.
It happens.
I don't know.
What do diapers and milk have in common? Full of shit.
How about this one? Wait, how about this one?
Yeah.
Name the crackhead that was the neighborhood hoe in the first NWA album.
Well,
Why don't you give me a fucking question like that?
well,
Tony?
I don't claim to be. Oh, wait a minute.
Bullshit generic answer. Name the crackhead who was named in that album. Strawberry is the neighborhood hoe. See? Boop. Bet you motherfuckers ain't know that.
How many rap songs were about Roxanne?
3?
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so. Roxanne, Shantae. 3. But she's mentioned numerous times in other albums.
Right. Okay. Well, that's what I.
But that's not a whole song.
Oh. But did it start with the Police, or is that a different Roxanne?
No, I think that's a different Roxanne.
Oh, so I thought it started there.
No.
And somehow it translated over to the
Roxanne
rap world.
started with, like, the guy, say he's just a friend.
Biz?
Biz
yeah.
Markie.
Yeah.
How the fuck did I know that?
Yeah.
They lived in the same, like, projects or something. The one, Nigel played him.
Right. Nigel played him a few times.
Yeah, in the Roxanne Shantae video on Netflix.
What do diapers and politicians have in common? Yes, they both stink and need to be changed often. What was Jimmy Hoffa's middle name? Jay said Anthony. Hugh said Cedric.
What did Andy say?
Kirsten said Vincent. Andy said Hyman Lipschitz. His middle name was Riddle.
Riddle. Like fucking Voldemort. That's why they got rid of him.
What two actors have divorced Angelina? What has divorced Angelina? You guys said Brad Pitt and Billy Bob. You guys all got that one. And then, I don't know, there was even a third guy named Johnny Lee Miller. I don't even know who that is. Okay, and the last question. What term comes from the Latin meaning throwing out? Let's see. Fremder, when she takes a shit after you blow a load on her ass. What the fuck?
Bro, why? Why? Stop. When you see it, bypass it, bro.
I should have. Yeah, I definitely should
I've
have.
been telling you to say the shit. 5 years. It's not making a difference. You don't need to say it.
You're right.
Trust me.
You're right.
If you don't say it, you're not going to shut down.
Does
Trust me.
Fremder belong on the banner? He's been watching for almost the whole 5 years. Does he belong on the banner?
He should be blocked from commenting. Are you kidding me?
Andy Pagano says make the pity banner for us all.
Yeah.
Yep.
5 years he's been watching. That poor fucking... No wonder why he's the way he is. He doesn't belong on the banner. He belongs with Arnie Price in a padded room.
Oh my god! I had to mute Arnie Price. He keeps.
With those stupid fucking pictures.
Well, no, I don't even get the pictures. He keeps sending me fucking show flyers for things I'm not on.
Yes, he sends me those too.
He's the most annoying motherfucker you ever met. I blocked him. He said, bro, the other day, I was like, listen, bro. I'm like, Arnie, if I was your age, I'd be in your fucking house beating the piss out of you in your front fucking lawn, you cocksucker.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't even get me started with
All
Arnie
right.
Price.
All right. Well, you brought him up. All right. So
Watching Terry deal with him was fucking
The
priceless, by the
The
way.
best.
Because
yeah.
Arnie keeps going, do you have a list? If you need a host, I can host. And Terry's like, you're fucking standing over me like an eager... What do you say? A fucking eager vulture.
What do you
And
got
he's
for me
just-
next? What do you got? What do we got? What do you got to do shows? He's got an open mic coming up. I hope no one shows up. Just let the place close down silently.
Yeah.
So yes, that's why I told you it's the last question, because you said garbage. As soon as I told you it was the last question, you said cream pie, hot sauce, and ejaculation, and cum. That is the correct answer. Ejaculation.
Yeah, I got one.
And Andy got that one right too, by the way.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. All right.
He's Greek. That's why I was asking.
All right. With that, it is time to go. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here today. Thank you, pal. Good to see you.
I had no choice. I was tagged.
So if I continue to tag you, you'll continue to join us?
No, I can't. I told you I have to.
I know.
I had to beg to get out of here.
That's why I'm
today.
thrilled that you're here today, pal.
So, bro, let's start returning bottles and cans like the Spanish people do. They're making $1,300 a day. Some of these people. They
Really?
just put the whole family to work.
It's cheap overhead if all you need is a headlamp.
Yeah, bro. I swear to God.
I think those people with the cardboard signs at traffic lights, I think that's some kind of like set up too. With
That's fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I know. Even the musicians that play, in Penn Station, that's a union gig, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah, I know guys that have had that job. Yeah, those guys are making a killing.
I just want to sell weed legally.
Well, you should be.
I
Why
wanna
couldn't you
sell
be?
weed legally with a licensed.
You should have like the food trucks. You should have like a weed truck.
I should. Weed and food truck.
You could sit right
that's
out
a
here.
$1 million idea.
Between the high school and this club, you'd probably make a killing if you just sat here right here in this
The last
parking
thing you
lot.
want to do, sell it to high school fucking kids. A pedophile get off easier than fucking.
Yeah, probably.
That's the last thing. 20 feet from the fucking school. Great. Yeah, great idea, Tony. Great fucking idea.
Well, I think pedophiles get off really easy around high schools. Wah, wah,
Bro,
wah.
I'll tell you, I say sweating like a pedophile on the playground in one of my
Great
jokes.
line, man.
They love it. I used to say sweating like a whore in church. Everyone stood there and stared. Sweating like a pedophile on the playground.
I saw you say that in the giggle room for the first time I ever heard you say it. I laughed my balls off. And that reminds me, I've been telling people about the Transylvania. And I'm sure to mention your name because I want you to have it. Yeah. So they and everybody I tell loves it.
I gotta try that story because I was telling it to someone else the other day at the during Brandon's show at the Giggle Room last Friday. I was telling that story and they laughed pretty hard too.
Yo, the one he did the roast with Emily, he was like, "Oh, Emily should be in jail. I've been to jail for this. Emily should be in jail for mail fraud." Fucking classic. I followed her the other night.
Yeah.
And, she does wish. She tells everyone, she's transgender and everything.
Yeah.
I go, give it up for all the rest of you comedians except Emily. Because I had no idea until she was just up here about all that transgender shit. She blew me in the parking lot at like 7:15. People were fucking dying. It was just went over so well. I was like,
great.
Oh, fucking great.
She's a good sport about all
Yes.
that. I did
absolutely.
Butera's show, and I was like, give it up for Emily. I was like, wow, that lady talks about her dick more than I do.
Yo, it's so fucking good.
Andy says, thanks for getting Billy the black weed.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe he's talking to you.
Oh, last night. Oh, yeah.
It
Did
was
you
just
like
last
it,
night.
Andy?
You forgot already.
Melons, the melons.
I like melons.
He requested it, so I got it.
What is it? What is black
It's just
weed?
a strain. Strain.
All right. Today is Tuesday, so don't forget Hershey and the Keys tonight at 9 o'clock on the YouTube channel. And then we're off tomorrow. But you can see Circling the Drain and Why You Like This tomorrow night, also on the YouTube channel. And then we're back here Thursday. I think I got a few different people possible for Thursday. So
I'll tag them bright and early and see if they
right.
come. But I won't put the Twitch fucking link because I don't want anyone to tune in.
the Twitch link is
I
the
just want to
same
know
link.
who's coming. And then you got to scroll down fucking 87 days ago to find the link.
It's the same link. Twitch.tv/Govs Comedy Club Podcast.
I'm not very savvy, so you should apply the link. If you want an
all
extra viewer, click the fucking link.
Because Facebook doesn't like when you provide links to things that aren't theirs.
Okay,
so
well, you put it on fucking Instagram, put it there.
I think the trick is
Stop
to put
making
it in the
excuses,
comments.
Tony. I'm willing to be
really?
a viewer.
I think that helps the
all right,
algorithm.
I'm going to do that. I'll put it in the comments. See, I didn't know that.
I think, you either want to do like a picture or just words, and all the links should be in the comments.
All right, I'll do that.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Always a good time when you guys are here. I thank you guys for coming in all the time. It is a lot of fun when you guys are here. I really appreciate it. So with that, we're out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you tonight with Hershey and the Keegs. And don't forget, Drinks, Jokes, and Storytelling with Richie Byrne and Mark Riccadonna coming soon to Govs. So we'll play a video as we head on out. See ya.